Thank you. Please be seated. Aloha, and thank you for joining us this evening to honor our MEDEX Kona Class 5 graduates. We appreciate the role that everyone in this room has played in contributing to these students' successes and are excited to celebrate with you today. Please welcome Dr. Carrie Bebout, Kona Campus Coordinator and Associate Teaching Professor.
Distinguished guests, families and friends, faculty and staff, and most of all, graduates, welcome to the University of Washington School of Medicine, MEDEX Northwest, Kona Class 5 graduation ceremony. We are happy that you were able to join us today to celebrate this momentous occasion.
At this time, I would like to introduce Kayana Kamoku, PIC, Kona Class 3 alumni and provider at Big Island Healthcare of Hilo for the land and cultural acknowledgement.
Oke aloha o ka'aina ya kākou. Today we gather here in Kailua Kona to celebrate a moment of great achievement. Before we begin, it is important to ground ourselves in the significance of this wahipana, or sacred site. We are at Kamakahonu, the residence of Mo'i Kamehameha the Great in his final years. Beside us is the heiau o Ahu'ena, which Kamehameha restored and dedicated to Lono, the god of peace, agriculture, and healing. This shoreline has witnessed leadership, resilience, and transformation. It is sacred ground, and it reminds us of the deep history that continues to live here. We also acknowledge that honoring this history requires us to recognize the enduring sovereignty of the Hawaiian people and the unceded lands upon which we gather. As future PAs, we ask that you step forward today with commitment to serve our communities. Standing here, we are reminded that health and healing are not only about medicine, but also about peace, unity, and respect, values embodied by this aina and its history. Just as Kamehameha guided his people with vision, with purpose, and with strength, we too carry this kuleana, the responsibility to guide with compassion and aloha in the care we provide. On this special occasion, let us honor the traditions of our kupuna and this aina, not only with our words, but through the actions of this community which we serve. May we walk forward in profession with humility, with gratitude, and with aloha. He leo aloha, a he leo mahalo keia yako, pakahia pau aloha.
Thank you, Kayana. I would now like to introduce Dr. Bebout back to the podium for a message from the University of Washington School of Medicine, MEDEX Northwest Program Director, Dr. Dathian Sturgis.
Unfortunately, Dr. Sturgis was not able to join us today for the ceremony, but asked that I share this on his behalf. It is truly an honor to celebrate the graduation of MEDEX Northwest Kona Class 5. On behalf of the University of Washington School of Medicine, Dr. Tim Dellett, Dean of the School of Medicine, and Dr. Bianca Frogner, Chair of the Department of Family Medicine, I extend a warm welcome to our families, friends, faculty, staff, preceptors, community partners, and most importantly, our graduates. Kona Class 5, you made it. Today represents years of hard work, sacrifice, perseverance, and growth. But none of us reaches a moment like this alone. To the families and friends who supported our graduates throughout this journey, thank you. Your encouragement and sacrifice are part of what we celebrate today. To our faculty, staff, preceptors, and community partners, thank you for investing in these graduates and preparing them to practice medicine and care for the people of our communities. And to Kona Class 5, as proud as we are of what you have accomplished, I am even more excited about what comes next, as the communities you will serve need you. They need PAs who are knowledgeable and skilled, who listen, who remain curious, and who understand that health is shaped by much more than what happens in an exam room. Just like you've learned throughout your time at MEDEX, every patient who sits in front of you brings a story, a family, a community, and a lifetime of experiences. Please never lose sight of that. As PAs, people will invite you into some of the most vulnerable moments of their lives. This is an incredible privilege, and it comes with tremendous responsibility. So as you begin this next chapter, I hope that you continue to ask yourselves, who needs us? Who are we not reaching? And how can we make healthcare better for the communities we serve? Those questions have been at the heart of MEDEX for more than half a century. Here in Hawaii, you have had the privilege of learning from communities that welcomed you, taught you, and trusted you. Your communities. Carry those relationships and that responsibility with you wherever your careers take you. Stay curious, keep learning, listen to your patients, be humble enough to say, I don't know, and courageous enough to speak when something needs to change. And never forget that at the heart of this profession is a commitment to service. But today, your responsibility is much simpler. Celebrate. Celebrate one another. Celebrate those who helped you get here. And take a moment to appreciate just how much you have accomplished. Again, on behalf of Dean Dellett, Chair Frogner, the UW School of Medicine, the Department of Family Medicine, and the entire MEDEX Northwest community, congratulations, Kona Class 5. We are proud of you, and we are honored to welcome you as colleagues. Mahalo nui loa, and aloha.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Kona campus, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge those who have been integral in supporting the program. Please stand if able. University of Washington alumni. Eugene Yap and his son David Yap. Additional community supporters of the program. Our preceptors. And our model patients and actors and volunteers. Thank you all for being a part of the MEDEX Kona family and for all that you do to support our program. Please welcome back to the podium our keynote speaker, Dr. Carrie Bebout.
Thank you, Melissa, and thank you to the students for inviting me to speak today. We started this journey together, you as brand new PA students and me as new faculty. Although I had years of experience teaching PA students, coming into a new program is challenging. We learned together. I taught you, and more often than you probably realized, you taught me. We supported each other, and we grew together. Your patience, kindness, and willingness to welcome me into this community never went unnoticed, and I will always be grateful for it. When I first thought about what I wanted to say today, one thought kept coming back to me. This graduation is different. You've probably graduated a few times in your lives, kindergarten, high school, college. You've worn the cap and gown. You've listened to the speeches, crossed the stage while your family cheered you on. We'll do all of that again today. But this is different. I started thinking about why. And I found myself remembering my own graduation from Army basic training many years ago. Basic training graduation represents a transformation. A civilian walks through the door onto that camp, and a soldier walks across the stage at the end. You stand a little taller. You carry yourselves a little differently. You have new confidence because you've accomplished something you weren't sure you could when you started. PA school is transformational in much the same way. You came into this program as students, and just like those going through basic training, you needed determination, resilience, inner strength, and grit. There were days when you were exhausted, days when you felt defeated or at least deflated. There was always another exam coming, and just when you thought you finally might be able to catch a breath, another one was waiting. At times, it probably felt never-ending, but you persisted. You dug a little deeper. You pushed forward. There may have been considerably less mud and fewer push-ups than at basic training, but the similarities are there. And then there was the most important lesson you learned. You don't get through something like this alone. In basic training, you learned quickly that you needed your buddy. If you weren't good at making your bunk tight enough to bounce a quarter off of it, you found someone who was. You helped each other. You looked out for each other. You figured out that everyone was going to be better if everyone contributed. I watched that same spirit develop in this class. You formed study groups. You shared practice questions. You encouraged each other. You made sure people were moving forward when they were struggling. And you found ways to make sure there was still a little fun along the way. Alistair became the source of practice questions. Kaylee kept everyone moving in the same direction. Ethan planned gatherings when you so desperately needed a break. And Kaylin was always there with the camera ready. And I suspect everybody ended up in a TikTok at some point. Shione and Rose became Big Island tour guides. Shione bought the snacks, and Tay made sure they didn't go to waste. Everyone did their part. The camaraderie, that shared goal, and yes, maybe even a little trauma bonding, helped you get through. It made an incredibly difficult experience bearable and sometimes maybe even fun. And now look at you. You walked through the doors of this campus more than 2 years ago as students with a dream. Today you walk across this stage as physician assistants. Your families and friends may notice that you carry yourselves a little differently today. You should. You earned that. But there is one important place where the comparison to basic training ends. Soldiers are trained to take a life. It's sad, but it's reality. You, however, have been trained to save a life, and you will, regularly. You will save lives. Sometimes that will be dramatic, a code, a trauma, a critical diagnosis. But much of the time, it won't look dramatic at all. It may be the conversation you have with a patient that convinces them to take their medications. It may be helping someone understand why they need that screening test. It may be recognizing something subtle in a history or physical exam that everyone else has overlooked. It may be sitting with a teenager who is struggling and asking one more question about whether they're safe. It may simply be listening, really listening, to someone who needs to know that their healthcare provider sees them and cares about them. Those moments save lives too. Today you have earned more than a degree. You've earned the privilege of caring for people during some of the most important moments of their lives, when they are frightened, when they are vulnerable, sick, or anxious. Never take that privilege for granted. As you begin this next chapter, remember what got you here: your resilience, your curiosity, your compassion, and perhaps most importantly, your willingness to support one another. Be the kind of PA who makes your patients feel heard. Be the colleague who makes your team better. Be the provider who never stops learning. And when things get difficult, as they inevitably will, remember that you can do hard things. You have done hard things. You know how to dig deep. You know how to keep going. And you know that you don't have to do it alone. So as you ride off into the Kona sunset, I hope you take a moment to recognize what you have accomplished. We are incredibly proud of you, Kona Class 5. Congratulations, PAs. Now go out there and save some lives.
Thank you, Carrie. Please turn your attention to the video screen for the Kona Class 5 video.
From Kona Class 5. Dear Didactic Year, it feels like just a second ago we met on a windy Seattle morning, and now in the span of a heartbeat, it's time to say goodbye.
When we first met, I was wide-eyed at the prospect of getting near you.
You were just this dream suspended in the spaces between clouds, like a half-realized rainbow almost within my reach, yet still beyond the horizon.
And just like that, I'm hemming you up like a picture frame in the halls of my memory.
I remember it all began in Seattle, eating dim sum in the city, singing karaoke until our voices were hoarse.
I remember my stethoscope and the first time I heard the symphony of a billion heart cells.
And I remember how we would stop to watch the Kona sunsets, watching as the blues gave ways to oranges and pinks, relenting to the glimmering stars, knowing the long hours with our books were just beginning.
So you can change it, right?
There were so many moments of joy and laughter, like us, slathered in gel and giggling as we fanned an ultrasound probe blindly through our bodies.
On Easter, we tore through the clinic cabinets and crawled on the ground searching for the golden egg. I remember how we gleefully casted every limb available on each other's bodies, hobbling around like robots.
We were like kids, giddy in each other's company.
Don't get me wrong. Between the books, the Anki decks, the scribbled flowcharts scrawled over every whiteboard, I hardly knew what day it was, because my entire life was made of you.
To be honest, there were days when I was sick of you. There were days when I couldn't wait to be done with you. There were days when my head swam with anion calculations scribbled between EKG peaks and valleys,
while the beating thumps of Kentucky and Tennessee drowned out every noise. I just wanted to be done.
But now that it's over, I find that it's hard to say goodbye.
I'll carry a piece of you always. You will always be a part of who I am and the provider I'll be.
Looking back, I have no regrets, and I'm so thankful for our time together. I think about the laughter and the shared lunches under the sun. I'll think about the tiny stolen moments away from the books.
I'll remember our shared tears and collective groans, and I'll remember how you pushed me to become everything I was ever meant to be.
But most of all, I think about how we spent what felt like the longest yet shortest year together, basking in the Kona sunshine and under fluorescent lights,
Sharing smiles, tears, and love. I will never be the same, and I will always be grateful. Love.
Love.
Love, love.
Kona Class 5.
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 Until
please welcome our Kona Class 5 President, Kaylee Dang, to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Mahalo for joining us tonight. Over these past 2 years, I've had the privilege of working alongside my amazing 22 classmates. In our first year, we decided that our class's olelo no eau, a guiding principle or proverb, would be avaiau ulu ke aloha, which means a love made fast by tying together. Through our journey, we faced many challenges, like the feeling of waiting for our test scores to come out, or trying to figure out what a healthy ear is supposed to look like. We saw different wounds and injuries, and most importantly, trying to find dinner because McDonald's closes at 8 p.m. Thank goodness for cup noodles. There were even greater challenges that we faced alone: imposter syndrome, self-doubt, and even questioning our career paths. But nothing grows from comfort. These challenges forced us to rely on each other, to trust each other. We offered our shoulders to cry on and extended our hands to pick each other up. I eventually learned what a healthy ear looks like. Long nights turned into hangouts. Meals became venting sessions. I remember laughing in class for the silliest things, like Dr. Kong pointing at us saying, "Don't get distracted." Or digging through the candy bin just to find out that Tay and Kaylin already took the best ones. 2 years ago, we didn't even know each other's names, and now I consider every one of you my family. As we stand here today to celebrate our accomplishments, I am reminded that none of this could have been possible on our own. To our family and friends, thank you for your patience, encouragement, and endless love and support. I can only imagine what you sacrificed to allow us to follow our dreams. Thank you, Dr. Kong, Carrie, Danny, Melissa, Tori, Pauline, for taking care of us and believing in us when we didn't believe in ourselves. And finally, to my classmates, thank you for all the laughs, lessons, and memories. You've kept me driven and grounded. I don't think I could have made it without you. I am proud to call you my colleagues, but more importantly, my best friends. The future is uncertain. This family that we have woven together will soon split into individual strands, each of us following our own paths. The challenges will have stakes and lives will be on the line, but we are not the same as what we started at this journey. We are Kona Class 5, and after all we've been through, we are ready for any challenge, knowing that our strands are forever intertwined and that we are stronger together than apart. Kona Class 5, I love you. We made it.
Thank you, Kaylee. Please welcome Dr. Natalie K. Kong, MEDEX Kona Faculty and Student Society Advisor.
Aloha mai kako. Please help me to recognize our class officers for their service to MEDEX Kona Class 5. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Kaylee Dang, President. Asia Oliveri, Vice President. Julia Keina, Secretary. Shione Mochizuki, Treasurer. Corin Clement and Taekwon Lee, Student Academy Representatives. Demi Suzuki, HAPA Student Representative. Lindsay Miyamoto, Director of Community Outreach. Kaylin Biesterman and Terry Carrie Togami, Student Society Historians. Ethan Suga and Madison Matson, Social Directors. And Ethan Suga, Diversity Community Representative. Thank you for your dedication to your classmates and to your program, for sharing the weight of the hardest days and making sure that the special moments we celebrated. I hope you continue this advocacy and leadership throughout your careers as PAs, and I am truly appreciative of the work we have done together. Please join me in a round of applause to thank these students for their leadership and service.
Please welcome Dr. Bebout back to the podium for the recognition of military service.
I have the distinct honor of recognizing our service members and their families today. The PA profession has deep and proud roots in the U.S. military. In the late 1960s, there was a national shortage of primary care physicians. Dr. Richard Smith, the founder of our MEDEX program, saw an opportunity to address this need while also supporting the reintegration of military medics into civilian life. He traveled to military bases, recruiting experienced corpsmen and Navy SEALs to become some of the nation's first physician assistants. In 1969, the first MEDEX class of 15 students began their journey, many of them military trained. That commitment to our military continues today. MEDEX remains one of the leading civilian PA programs in the country in terms of veteran enrollment. It's not just part of our history, it's an essential part of who we are. While we do not have any service members in this class, we also warmly invite any current or former service members among our audience, family, friends, and guests to stand and be recognized. Your service and sacrifice are deeply appreciated. Thank you all for your dedication, and thank you for the support you have provided to the students and the program.
We will now be presenting our Student Peer Awards. To present the John Coombs Leadership Award, please welcome Danny Laird, MEDEX Kona faculty and recipient of this award from Kona Class 2.
All right. Dr. Coombs was the Associate Dean for Regional Affairs and Rural Health in the School of Medicine and had a long record of promoting the PA profession. This award is presented to one student at each campus who has become a role model to their peers, has assumed some of the responsibilities of leadership during their training, and has carried out those responsibilities with integrity, cooperation, and understanding. This year's award goes to Kaylee Day.
I am pleased to present the Kona Underserved Award this evening. Students are recognized for exceptional achievement in the care of, improved access for, or promotion of public awareness for the needs of the medically underserved. The recipient will have demonstrated a strong dedication to ongoing service to underserved communities. The Richard Layton Underserved Award. Dr. Layton was a long-term chair of the MEDEX Advisory Board. His record of community involvement and work with the medically underserved populations inspired this award. This year's award goes to Solana Ortega. Dr. Kong.
This award is generally given to one student at each campus who has combined creativity and unique approaches with exceptional writing skills in assigned papers. This year's award goes to Shione Mochizuki.
The Lois Thetford Spirit of MEDEX Award. The Lois Thetford PAC Spirit of MEDEX Award honors the life and legacy of MEDEX graduate and longtime faculty member Lois Thetford PAC, whose work and values embodied the very heart of MEDEX Northwest. For decades, Lois shaped this program through her compassion, her fierce commitment to justice, and her belief that healthcare is inseparable from dignity, equity, and community. Lois was a teacher, mentor, advocate, organizer, and healer. She educated generations of PAs in basic clinical skills, maternal and child health, community health, and the care of people experiencing homelessness. She founded clinics, built community partnerships, and met patients where they were, earning trust through respect, humility, and humanity. She inspired students to see the big picture, that medicine is not only about diagnoses, but about people, systems, lived experience, and the courage to show up with compassion. Her optimism was brave, her advocacy unwavering, and her mentorship life-changing. The Lois Thetford PAC Spirit of MEDEX Award is presented to the student who best reflects the qualities Lois championed throughout her life: compassion, perseverance, service to others, and a commitment to uplifting the communities most in need. In honoring this student, we honor Lois, her legacy, her spirit, and the countless lives she continues to touch through the work of MEDEX graduates. This year's award goes to Asia Oliveri. We will transition to the Golden Apple Awards. The Didactic Apple Award, it is my honor to now present the Golden Apple Award for didactic teaching, an award given by students to recognize those guest lecturers who made an exceptional impact during the didactic phase of their education. This award goes to Shaylee Calkins, PAC, All Access Ortho, Oahu, Hawaii. Unfortunately, Shaylee was unable to make today's event, which leaves me with a nice travel opportunity to hand it to her. Melissa Harnsberger, MEDEX Kona Clinical Coordinator, will now present the Clinical Year Award.
It is my pleasure to announce the recipient of the Golden Apple Award for Clinical Teaching, an honor given to an outstanding preceptor who has made a lasting impression on our students during their clinical year. This year's award goes to Dr. Stephen Dinzer, Hawaii Island Recovery, Kailua Kona, Hawaii. Dr. Dinzer. And Kevin Snow will also be joining us. Please join me in a round of applause for both of our Golden Apple recipients. Please help me welcome Dr. Bebout back to the podium to present the Pi Alpha inductees.
is now my honor to recognize a group of Kona graduates who have exemplified the highest standards of academic excellence, leadership, and service during their time at MEDEX. Pi Alpha is the National Honor Society for Physician Assistant Students, established to recognize those who go above and beyond in scholarship, integrity, and dedication to the PA profession. Membership is selective and by faculty nomination. These Kona students have consistently demonstrated these values throughout their MEDEX journey, and we are proud to celebrate their induction into Pi Alpha. Please stand as your name is read. Rose Badua. Taekwon Lee. Alistair Pan. Carrie Togami. Please join me in a round of applause as we honor the MEDEX Kona Pi Alpha inductees of 2026.
I'd now like to invite Dr. Kong back to the podium.
Aloha mai kako. Again, everyone. My name is Kehao Kong, a physician and faculty member here at Kona MEDEX. And I have the great privilege of working with this remarkable group of students throughout their journey. Today, I have the honor of presenting the MEDEX Northwest Class of 2026. As each name is read, please join me in celebrating the accomplishments and welcoming them into the next chapter of their journey as physician assistants. Faculty, please take your positions.
Rosanna Badua. Kaylin Berseman. Corin Clement. Kaylee Ann Dang. Tyler Fujita. Midori Galante. Shane Himeda. Jenna Katayama. Tae Kwan Lee. Sarah Leong. Madison Matson. Lindsay Miyamoto. Shioni Mochizuki. Asia Ipolani Oliveri. Solana Ortega. Alistair Pan. Luke Pope. Julia Corpus Kiani. Ethan Suga. Risa Sugahara. Demi Suzuki. Carrie Tagami. Graduates, please rise and face the audience. Please help us to congratulate our new graduates. Y'all can be seated. I'd like to take a moment before closing to recognize Tori Agut and Pauline Uchimara. Could y'all please stand? These are our outstanding Kona campus staff. We'd like to thank them for all the work that they put in behind the scenes to make events like this truly spectacular. Thank you, ladies, and mahalo for all that you do. And now, in closing, I'd like to thank you all again for joining us this evening to honor Hawaii's newest PA graduates and our colleagues In the PA profession, the heart of MEDEX Kona Class 5 is strong, and we are all excited to see the work that they do in their communities. Congratulations to our MEDEX Kona Class 5 2026 graduates.